right? Haven't died of the coronavirus yet, so we're going to make a video on Smash Bros. DLC. We're going to rank the 6 DLC characters from the first Smash Pass, including the plant. So we've got this system set up where we've got 4 categories. The first 3 are out of 10 and the last one's out of 5. It's out of 10, how hyped they were at launch. Out of 10, how well they fit into the game now. Out of 10 again, how well they play. So obviously not just how strong they are, but how fun their moveset is and how good their moveset is overall.
That's a problem for some people.
Yeah, I mean, and then only out of 5 is the last category, how much we like them personally. And we're going to do this for each character and get a total, and then we're going to rank them from 1st to 6th each.
Ah, okay.
I just noticed you don't have your sheet.
Ah, sheet.
Oh, shit.
We'll be back after a quick break.
This is Joker. I've infiltrated the theater.
Right, so first of all we got Joker. Out of 10, how hype was he at launch?
I'd say a solid 8 because, I mean, being the first character for Smash, it was, you know, the big hype train with everyone kind of really excited to see what they could do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the main point to take away there was he was the first one to be announced, and they did that cool reveal trailer at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I personally, like, we don't have to put the same scores, by the way, just, that's what I'm saying, we'll do this each.
That's my answers.
Yeah, okay,
It's
so,
my sheet.
okay, for Joker, out of 10, hype at launch, I'm gonna give it a 7, personally. Purely because I don't think it was the most hype character they could have announced, especially as the first one, but because he was the first one, it was, you know, built up more than it actually could have been. You know, it's not because of the character, it's because it was the first one to be announced.
I know, agreed.
Okay, so how well does Joker fit into the game now? Out of 10?
I think visually it's different compared to everyone being very like anime compared to like Mario and the likes of like Link and like Fire Emblem's like kind of there, but he's like really distinctive. You know, if you were to see Joker, you're like, oh, that Joker.
But do you think his character design actually looks like he belongs in that Smash universe the way they've done him? Because to me, the one character that always stood out and I feel just doesn't fit in the game at all is Bayonetta. But I feel Joker does.
Fits in,
yeah.
Compared to like Bayonetta, I always thought Bayonetta was bizarre. Never liked her.
Okay.
But with the likes of Joker, definitely, they've really stylized him to fit into the game, I find. So he suits the looks that he does.
So out of 10?
I'd try a good 7.5.
Well, it's whole numbers.
Ah, then an 8.
Okay. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna give him a 7. Third part for Joker, how well they play. And I feel I feel like we've got
is 15 out of a 10 an option higher than the necessary input? I will put 10 out of 10 for that one. He's OP, he's fast, he's quick, his abilities are great, he has a parry, he can constantly apply pressure, he's great for ledge guarding, and his damage is retarded. Very good.
Yeah, plus a good recovery, and the whole Arsene mechanic is just crazy.
Yeah, also his parry changes from like just, you know, armored to like taking the move to an actual parry whenever it's out. His persona. Yeah. Which makes him very strong.
So you give him a
good 10.
A good 10.
He's very strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9 because I just don't feel he's a 10. 10's too crazy. Okay, and then finally, how much you like the character themselves. Out of 5. I personally, I haven't got a problem with them.
Like playing them as well, or just facing them?
No, just as a DLC, like as an addition to the roster. How, like 5 being you were super duper happy about it to 1 or even 0. You can give it 0. Like
I'd say a decent 4. Very, unique, good character, different.
Really?
Provides quite a good bit.
Holy shit.
Like, I'd say he fits very well in the Smash compared to some others on the list that have been added. Fantastic fit.
Sure.
I don't mind, even if I never play him that much.
I'm gonna be harsh as hell here because I was a really good character and all, but I wasn't overly hyped at all. I've never played Persona, and at the time I wasn't hyped, and never really played much of them since. So I'm gonna give him a 2.
I mean, I'm probably a bit biased because
It's only at a 5.
I'm probably a bit biased because I kind of got really slightly attracted to the series by then.
Right. The next character will be Hero then. Okay, so same again. How hype was Hero at launch? It's hard to say because he was actually in the same direct as Banjo and Kazooie, but obviously Hero came first. And I know Dragon Quest has been fucking huge, and it's been a long time coming because in Japan, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's more popular in Japan.
Yeah, huge character in Japan. Dragon Quest is like celebrated the same way fucking Christmas is. I was really like I thought they would be added even in Smash 4. They're just such a likely character, I thought, for the roster for such a long time. But as far as pure hype goes, I would honestly I'd say about the same as Joker, to be honest.
Slightly less than Joker because I wasn't really familiar with the Dragon Quest series, but I was I would be able to identify it. Obviously, it's being the same art. The man who draws Dragon Ball being the same man who created the art for Dragon Quest. Yeah, so the characters are very cool, and the character design itself is amazing. And I heard obviously reactions of people going, "Oh!"
I think once everyone saw the ridiculous amount of moves and how it was luck based, they were like, "What the hell?" Like the crits and stuff. I think Hero is a more hype character, but Joker was announced first, so I honestly think Hero would be a 7 for the hype at launch. Again, for me, yeah.
For counting both ends, I'd definitely say a good 7 again. It would maintain a decent hype train along the way.
It was a good addition, yeah. How well does Hero fit into the game?
Got some similarities to Link, but that's the same with other characters, I would say.
I think they fit in well. As I said, I could have seen a Dragon Quest representative being added even in Smash 4, like the base game of Smash 4. It just seems like a character that's been missing, like a big game series that hasn't been represented in Smash, and there's always been a real close tie between the Dragon Quest series and Nintendo, so I think they fit incredibly well. I'd honestly give them an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I kind of would agree on that one. Hero does quite very well fit into Smash himself. From just, standing aside from other characters, he does look like he is a part of that game, and he does himself work very well with everyone. So I would try not to get the same scores here for everyone. I'd say compared to with Joker as well, fitting into Smash, I'd say 7 again out of 10 for that one.
7?
Yeah, because obviously the first he has to live up to what the first release was. That was the thing.
Yeah. Okay, so how well do they play? Now this is gonna be completely subjective, but
competitive versus normal, taking the game seriously.
So no, what I mean by that is how creative and fun the moveset is, not necessarily how amazing they are, but a bit of both.
I already know what I would put. A good 9 out of 10 for that one.
Really,
he misses a point, just a point, because they randomized his magic set, which is fun and is fun to kind of have a hero v hero. But in a critical situation, it can be infuriating when you just don't get what you want, or you accidentally self-destruct. I do remember seeing a video of a guy who, in the span of, 10 seconds of a Smash game, 2-stock someone, and then the other guy who got 2-stock just threw his controller away and left.
That was part of the fun, like.
It just shows when in the right hands and lucky, he is very strong. Very good character.
So for how well they play, don't want to say 7.
Bit stiffer, I would say.
Yeah.
In terms of running and movement.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I'll give them a 7. The moveset is incredibly fun. But yeah, they're a bit stiff. There's quite a lot of hand lag to a lot of the moves. But yeah, 7's good. Okay, so finally, how much we like them as an addition to Smash. For Hero, personally, I'd have to give it a 4 out of 5.
What did you give Joker again?
I give him 2. I wasn't very hyped for.
I know this sounds like really weird considering what I said before, but I think as a Smash character, I say a 5. He fits in very well. Like, what, better than Joker?
Holy shit, your scores are so much higher than mine.
Because I'm generous. But yeah.
Right, so that's Hero. Banjo and Kazooie. I feel like this is where I'm gonna piss everyone off a little bit.
Oh no.
So we'll start with hype at launch. Well, we cannot deny that
That answers your question. I'd say the trailer was hilarious.
trailer was so good. It was straight after Hero at the end of the direct though. But one thing I will say, Banjo and Kazooie was one of these fan favourites, the same way like Geno
So fan service.
or Ridley was for or like Waluigi or something. Like they were on that level, and the hype is undoubtedly like a solid 9, I'd say, out of 10.
Once again, just watching a bunch of other fighting game YouTubers, they just sat there and were like, like they start screaming because, you know, Banjo-Kazooie is such a well-known character, and to be in Smash is insane because it's someone they really are familiar with and they, you know, grew up with and
on the N64. Like I didn't play Banjo and Kazooie, and I wasn't down for them, but I honestly, I'm glad people got what they wanted. But then that brings us on to how well they fit in the game.
Everyone wins in the end, I guess.
I don't think they don't fit, but
you're lucky this doesn't count the stage, because the stage makes me feel sick when I look at it and I can't play the game.
The stage is motion sickness incarnate. How well they fit into the game, I would have to go with a 5. No, yeah, a 5. I just don't like the character design at all. It looks like Disney, or I don't know.
Disney?
It does.
It looks more Pixar, I thought, but
it just doesn't look like it should be in Smash.
Duck Hunt Duo suits being in Smash 5 times better than Banjo-Kazooie. It's because it's just I think they tried too hard with this design, and he just doesn't look great.
I don't know what. I literally don't even know how to describe it, but I personally just do not see. Yeah, Duck Hunt's a good comparison, obviously, but it feels like it belongs in the game, whereas Banjo and Kazooie
doesn't really. I'd say that's why I give him a 5. It's like because with the understanding of others, but at the same time, it doesn't, in my opinion, suit the game very well.
Yeah, no, I agree. So how well they play. I hate to be bashing on the character, but I hate the moveset. I think it's the most vanilla moveset out of any of the DLC characters, and I've played them the least. I really just didn't like them from the get-go.
I was a bit generous and gave him a 5 out of 10 because his moveset is, he's got moves that are fantastic for pressuring, got a good bit of range to him. He has an armored charge move, but once again, as playing him, I did not experience any fun playing the character.
No, I'm the same. I'm glad I wasn't looking forward to the character because I ended up hating their playstyle anyway. I mean, it's funny. I'm gonna give it
I'd give it a 5.
I don't even want to be too harsh, but I'm gonna give it a 4. 4. We'll be generous and give a 4. How much we like them in the game.
If I'm really pushing this for fan service, I think it's more fun for the fans, but
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 purely, again, just it just didn't appeal to me at all. Never played Banjo and Kazooie. Really didn't like. I really don't like the character design itself. The way it looks is just weird. Okay, so next is Terry. The character no one knew existed until Sakurai made us try and understand why he should be there.
Oh, come on!
And anyway, yeah, we'll go through the categories anyway. Hype at launch, undoubtedly, gotta be low. Fucking nobody knew.
Well, some of the YouTubers, well, you know, I keep bringing up the YouTubers I watch, but the YouTubers I actually watched, I saw them, like, surprisingly were a lot more excited for that character rather than Hero and the likes of Banjo. They sat there and went, oh, Terry, yes! This is, you know, like, they were thrilled that finally a fighting game, like Arcade Fighter representative like Ryu, got brought into the game as well.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, because it more appeals to the arcade fighters, though, I think, Terry, rather than the casual, you know, Nintendo fan or...
Well,
like
it's Neo
others.
Geo, isn't it? So I didn't have a fucking clue who Terry himself was, but by the end of the direct, I was kind of like, okay, this guy looks cool. I think he was too similar to me in moveset to like Ryu and Ken, but Sakurai, the direct that Sakurai did on him was basically him trying to convince everyone. What was it he said? It was something like, I hope that direct helped you understand why he should be here or something, and it worked. You know, I mean, I think he's a good addition, but it's I feel like nearly like 99% of people never heard of him.
I mean, once again, with Smash, with the variety of characters they try bringing in, they always want to try and bring that piece of history, like once again, like Duck Hunt, like some Banjo-Kazooie, you know, parts that are really stand out. And back then, obviously, we it wasn't our time, but Terry at one stage was a big iconic person that some people, like a good few people, knew.
Yeah.
Where he kind of faded out of time before we really even knew he existed.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Hype-wise, be very lower compared to the majority of them. Definitely a good 50-50 again for me, I'd say. Good 50.
5?
Yeah, I'd say a good 5.
How well they fit into the game, I would say.
Well, it's kind of same situation as Ryu then, because they're different characters entirely, slightly similar but different movesets, but they're in the same ballpark when it comes to how do they fit into Smash. It's literally saying, would a fighting game or an arcade fighter really fit into Smash?
I think he works just as well as Ryu and Ken, to be honest. Like, yeah,
Ken's in the game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I give him a 6 out of 10 at least. The only reason I'm not putting it higher is because he kind of is another Ryu and Ken, basically. You know, if we just had Ryu and then Terry came in, I feel like I'd be more inclined to give him a 7 or something. But yeah, 6 out of 10.
I go for 6 out of 10 again myself.
6 out of 10.
Just, it's there. That's what matters. You know, they once again they did bring something that was nice.
Okay, how well does Terry play? Again, I'd say he's quite vanilla character.
I just never, what's the way I put this, the character never drew me in enough to learn fully enough about him. Kick-ass stage though.
Yeah, really nice stage. I like his mechanic, how he's always facing the
Forgot about that.
opponent.
That's very useful.
So how well Terry plays in the game, I'm gonna give him a solid 6.
Compared,
again, just purely because he's too like Ryu and Ken.
I'd say he's, for a DLC character, while he is similar, obviously he has his own unique twist. So as a character in Smash, I'd say they play a 7.
And last but not least, how much we like them as a character. Out of 5, I'd have to give him a 2. I'm not dying about him, but he's not trash.
I'd say about the 50-50 margin of 3 out of 5. We go fat 3.
Cool.
How is this?
So, another decisive one here. Byleth.
Can she teach me?
Okay, so moving on swiftly. Hype at launch, out of 10. Let's face it, it's not as bad as Terry, but it's not much better. Loads of people were pissed that we got another Fire Emblem character, but anyone who played Three Houses or liked Fire Emblem was happy. So out of 10, I'm gonna just, as much as I want to give them something higher, the hype wasn't good. It was a 3 out of 10.
I'd say a bit better than Terry, so I'd give a 6 out of 10. Because, once again, interesting character. Just another Fire Emblem character. Yay.
Okay. How well Byleth fits into the game? Very fucking well.
Well, the question is, do any Fire Emblem characters not fit into the game?
It's the most represented series in Smash, I think, after like the Mario universe, so yeah, it has to be a solid at least 8.
One of the most like unique heavy characters I'd say in the game.
Okay, so how well they play. Now this was a turning moment for a lot of people.
That's difficult to put into words. How do they play?
Fucking really well, I'd say. I think their moveset is really good. A lot of range. They're slow, but they're still strong, but they don't feel like a heavy character. It's
Some of the moves you have to dedicate to, though, become a pain after a while, I'm not gonna lie. Playing Byleth for as long as I did, just for the bit there, you would also substitute for another character, but overall, pretty good. I liked.
We had a lot of fun 1v1ing at least as Byleth.
Sitting doing compilation moments with best Byleth kills 101.
Yeah, and then not saving them like a fucking idiot.
See this, Squidward? It's the smallest violin in the world.
So, how well they play, I really, really like their movesets. They've got an incredible recovery. They're one of these characters that just pop bubble shields. Really good, I think. That's the saving grace of this character for a lot of people who hated the idea there was another Fire Emblem character being added. I'd give them a 7 also.
I'd say an 8 out of 10 because my character can down A and smack you hard, and it is a lot of fun when that lands.
Yeah, it's a fun character to land heavy hits with, like when you're a fully charged arrow. It pops shields, a projectile that bursts shields. That's just fucking...
It's like a long Lucina bee.
And how much we like them. Well, I personally was... The only character I was really fucking hyped for in the DLC pack was actually Byleth, and it's because I love Three Houses so fucking much.
But I'd say very fun. Definitely a good... I had a fantastic bunch of fun with the character. Very, just great to play.
So, out of 5, how much I like them personally, I would give them a solid... What do I want to say? Solid 4 out of 5.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I was really happy about Byleth being added.
For not playing the game, I was also pretty pleased with the character at first. I was like, oh, not great. Then I was like, you know what? Started to warm up a bit to the character, definitely.
Yeah. So that's Byleth. Okay, so last but not least, we have Piranha Plant.
Wow. Really
One thing I will say about this character is, although they weren't part of the first DLC fighter pack, they are still a DLC fighter, and
I didn't even know this.
Felt that we couldn't... Yeah, they kind of just got announced out of nowhere for people who purchased the game early, I believe? I can't remember.
I think it's a funny meme of character. For just like the hype train, it was just, for the first character being, you know, downloadable, very memey. It's like, here's a plant.
Yeah, literally came out of nowhere. People, even as he popped up in the trailer, people didn't know as a character until it started fucking biting Mario's tits off.
Wow!
So, hype at launch, honestly, probably one of the highest. Not as high as Banjo-Kazooie, but really, people were loving the fact that they put a piranha plant in as a character. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7.
It's pretty good. How well they fit into the game? Well, pretty good.
Surprisingly, for a plant that doesn't do much in the actual game, fantastic.
Yeah, they really, I think they did an amazing job of pulling that out of a hat, like, and yeah, they fit in just as well as any other Mario character. So,
I keep forgetting he's a Mario character.
yeah, I give him a 7. How well they play.
He's unique and he's fun.
He's got some weird stuff going on. He's got the down B where you stretch out super far.
He's got the weird poison breath that knocks you up good 30% or something stupid if you're in it too long.
Yeah, and you can also hide in the poison breath and charge and aim one of your...
Oh, it's like when the spike balls goes...
No. If you do like side B, the poison cloud, you can stand in the poison cloud and do a down B where you like shoot your neck out super far, but you can aim it, but your opponent won't be able to tell you're doing it. So with that, good. He's actually got a good spike on him, good recovery, and obviously the spike ball.
He's got like definitely a good move set. It's gonna be a pain in the arse when you're really trying to tackle him, but it seems for what he does, it's a bit it doesn't impact as much as some others would do, leaving him a bit on the weekend, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, fair. I'd give him a 7.
I'd give him a 7 as well.
How much we like them, I actually adore the fact they stuck Piranha Plant in Smash. I think it's such a good character. If they had slightly less end lag to their moves, I would probably try and main Piranha Plant, to be honest. I really, really do think it's such a great addition.
Piranha Plant to me is also kind of like Terry. I know about them, but I'm not big on the character that much. And I would definitely give him in the areas of a 3.5 because it's a balance between yes and no for me, but I would have to do a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
In terms of the character.
Me too. I think so as well. He's a nice guy.
He is, isn't he?
So we've got our totals, and I think the best way to do it is I'll read mine out from 6th place to 1st place and the points, and then you do the same.
Okay.
So in 6th place, as the worst DLC fighter, I had Terry. I feel like he got really let down there in the hype train. Kind of a bland move set, and I personally wasn't hyped for him at all. 5th place, we have Banjo. Again, maybe the most hyped character to be announced, but again, shit move set, and I wasn't hyped for them at all. Feel like the hype died quite quick after he was announced. In 4th place, I've got Byleth. Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise actually, because I was super excited for them. Really good moveset, but again, the hype at launch really let them down. In 3rd place, I've got Hero. All round, pretty good character. People are pretty happy with him. People still play him, so that's good. 2nd place, we've got Joker. Surprised he didn't take 1st place, to be honest. Really strong, good moveset. People still love to play him. All around, just a really good addition. And in 1st place, we have the Planet. Piranha Plant at 1st place. Well done, Piranha Plant. Yeah, we already said it, but great moveset. Completely amazing how they managed to take the most unimaginable character and just give them such a great moveset and make them fit in the game so well. So yeah, there we go. What about you?
This is awkward. Mine's a bit different. So, if we're going to start off from the top, 6th place, it was a tie between Banjo and Terry, but I kind of put my own opinion on top of this one, putting Banjo at 6th. The only thing I thought that was the hype. That's it. They did nothing apart from that. It's just the rest was lacking, really. Terry, better choice than Banjo. Similar again to some characters that are there, but just a better fit in general, and I actually wouldn't mind playing him from time to time, unlike Banjo. Then fourth goes to the plant.
All the way down to fourth.
It's better than bottom, I'd say. Once again, a good character, fantastic addition, great moveset. A bit forgettable. I just don't see any people talking about him anymore, because once he peaked at the start, and they slowly got lower as he kind of like time went on. People forgot about him. Third being Hero. Great character, fun to play. Even people still play him today. He's strong, got his crits. A character I would happily continuously keep playing if it wasn't for some other characters. Then next would be Byleth. Wow, that's unbelievable. But tied again, she tied with tied with Hero for the more points, but from experience, fantastic, fun character. First character I could have ever down spike with. Fantastic. And first place with a staggering 29 points, one more than the second place, we have the Joker. Very strong, fantastic to play, great to move, hype train, everything was just set in his favour.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go wrong with Joker, and he's just great in general. He's also got big power buff.
Cool.
That's it.
If anyone actually watches this video, let us know what you guys think. Here's a blank template. Write it down on some paper. Put your scores down in the comments, and we can talk about it in the comments. That'll be pretty cool.
Make sure to draw a smiley face for me.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Who did you agree with? Who didn't you agree with? Let me know in the comments section. Thank you to Broken Strat for helping me out with this video. This is a weird one. We just kind of thought we'd sit down and wing it. There's no script to this or anything. Just on the fly.
I fight for my friends.
I fight for my titties. So yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.
If you'll excuse me, the kettle is on.